Sunny 106.5. Good morning. It is Marco in the morning. Joanna is here along with Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer. Good morning. Thank you for being
Good
here.
morning. Don't forget Mr. Benson is right here,
Oh,
right next to me.
The most well-behaved Pomeranian I've ever seen.
Really? And Joanna would know because she has Pomeranians.
I do. I have two. I've got Dougie and Frankie. Cesar came in a little bit this morning and met them.
Yeah.
And I told him of, issues I was having in the house. Dougie, he tinkles all the time. He'll tinkle constantly on furniture, people. It got so bad now it's people. And
He's expanding his territory.
Right. I've never seen dogs tinkle on people. So I brought it up to Cesar and he met them. He saw kind of how I am. The minute he met me, I was very high energy. He noticed my Pomeranians are very high energy compared to his Pomeranians.
Yes.
We'll
Well,
talk about that.
indoors, there's nothing wrong being excited or or hyper, whatever you want to call it. But the fact that is this behavior is indoor is not the right way to. It's not the right place to be excited.
Right.
I understand. We're in a radio station. Yes, we can be excited. But a dog can, as you can see, a dog can learn to be calm when they're indoor, and when they're outdoor, they can be excited. So when they are outside, they can actually practice digging, barking, running, peeing, all of that. So they know where to practice certain behaviors.
Sure.
So that's called structure. That's being the dog is discipline.
You're right.
You
And
know
I will admit, I spoil them to no end, and they are my happiness when after a long work day, you go home and you just want to love on them. And
that's right.
Cesar said, "I am a human Pomeranian."
She is. She is absolutely. She shouldn't take another breed. She totally embraces Pomeranian lifestyle.
She's perfect for a Pomeranian.
He said they walk like they have high heels. I always wear high heels.
That's the only breed in the world that walk like they have high heels.
I feel like they waddle a little. Would you say they waddle?
If they're chubby, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but normally they just walk like this. Their hair is like this.
He said the hair. I'm like, oh yeah, my hair is
the hair. It's all about the hair with the Pomeranians. That's
right.
It's about the fluff. Totally.
All right, so your technique is basically, you talk about how you need to train owners and rehabilitate is that what you said? Rehabilitate the dog, train the owner, because there's no point in training a dog if the owners can't do what they need to do.
Right.
But it's the education of us human. They know what to do. We just don't know how to raise them.
Right.
Wow.
Right? So you see what I'm saying? So dogs know how to raise each other. They're not gonna go and practice, techniques. They just practice what is instinctually available to them. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So we come into the picture and we want to be the parents.
Right.
So we have to know what they know.
Okay.
You see what I mean? Before we move into sit down, stay calm, heel. That is training. That's why I focus more on training the human. How can the human learn how to raise a dog to be balanced? That's very important. Most people raise a dog to be unstable.
Yeah.
But they don't provide exercise. They don't provide, mental stimulation. They just provide affection. Affection.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the right formula, in my opinion, is exercise, discipline, affection. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is a structure. It's why German people are so well known. They're disciplined.
Right.
Sure.
You see what I mean? So so the Germans don't see discipline as punishment. They see it as as a lifestyle.
Sure.
So most of my clients don't practice discipline. They just let the dog do whatever because they feel guilty. So then the dog learn to do the wrong behavior because a human is never going to guide the right way.
Yeah. Now, do you find that, because there's a lot of times, I guess what you're describing is these people are raising dogs like they're raising children, or they think that they should just pour all this affection onto a dog like they would a baby.
Right.
A baby who is not a child, but a baby, someone who doesn't quite understand, when a dog's mental capacity is higher than that.
Super fast.
Right. So you pour all this affection and all this emotion into a dog, but it doesn't understand that, because it's higher than that, right? It's above that.
Is the dog? You see, the dog puppyhood style, puppyhood stage is literally 6 months.
Yeah.
Because you can only get a puppy when they're 2 months, right?
Yeah.
And from 2 months to 8 months, that's puppyhood.
Yeah.
And every month they grow. So think about it. Just put it into perspective of a larger size breed, like a Rottweiler, right? So when you see a 2-month-old Rottweiler, you can see the puppy.
Yeah.
A 4-month-old, you can see a big puppy.
Yeah.
A 6-month-old, you can see clearly.
Yeah.
He's gonna be big.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And his capabilities and his power, he's already showing it. So
Right.
if you
Right.
see them as puppy when they're a year old, because a lot of people say, oh, he's still a puppy. The dog is 2 years old.
Right.
He's
Right.
an adolescent.
Right.
By
So-
2 years of age, the
That's
dog is
true.
already an adolescent. And a child at 2 years old, he's a toddler.
Right.
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 You understand?
Right.
He's just barely learning how to walk. He doesn't
Sure.
really, talk a lot. And so the development is super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel that as these dogs are progressing, and as these families are progressing with the dogs, if there's some sort of instability in the home, like, that's got to affect the dog as well, right? We know that it affects children.
Absolutely.
Right.
How does it affect dogs?
Well, it's just like when you have a coworker, and that coworker comes with an unstable energy to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to affect the whole entire office,
Yeah.
even though that's not your family member. Now, can you imagine a family that they practice instability and a dog lives in it?
Yeah.
Most dogs don't go outside to walk for a long period of time, so that means he's absorbing all that energy.
Yeah.
So he becomes unstable, not only from the energy that human practice, but also the lifestyle he
Right,
lives,
right.
which most dogs don't go for long walks. Most dogs walk 15 minutes a day, twice a day.
Right.
Sure.
And
Right.
the rest of the time, they're inside the house 23 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So being enclosed also frustrates a dog.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Cesar did mention, here in Las Vegas or any hot temperature, environment, it's harder to give dogs the exercise they need. Do you have tips for Las Vegans here that, during these hot summer months, what are some good things they can do with their dogs in the home or taking them somewhere? It's hard to
I
walk
think
them.
Vegas people really need to embrace boots for dogs.
Boots, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely at an early age, right away, as soon as they adopt a dog, they have to really start with one boot and one foot.
Interesting,
You know what I mean?
okay.
So the dog gets used to it.
Yeah.
Because the dog has to learn really to walk, to go for a walk. But it's natural for them. If it's too cold, if it's too hot, they're gonna go right back into the den.
Sure.
Right.
But the den is gonna become their bathroom.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
your
Oh, yeah.
house is gonna become the place where they drain energy, the playground.
Right.
Yeah.
So everything is gonna be indoors. So
Yeah.
you're not only gonna have a problem, but your neighbors are gonna have a problem.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
a lot of cooling vests is a lot of cooling vests.
Yeah.
Never pour water on top of the dog head. Always pour water in the chest. Yeah,
yes,
otherwise
yes.
you're gonna cook the dog.
Oh yeah.
If you
my
put,
gosh.
yes, if you put water in the
It's good
top
to
of the
know.
head
Yeah.
or on the back,
Sure.
everybody does that because we put water in our head.
Yeah.
Right. So because we humanize a dog, we put water in their head.
Right.
But that actually keeps the heat inside.
Interesting.
Yeah. So when you see a dog cooling himself down, it's the chest, it's
Okay.
the belly.
Yep.
Sure.
So the cooling vest can help you a lot.
Yeah.
Just go outside and just look for shades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the dog go to the call it struggle a little bit, but it's best for him to go and challenge himself.
Okay.
They just stays in a cooling place where he doesn't know what the weather is and he's not draining energy.
Sure.
I mean, we go to work. We have to hustle.
Right.
We have to, challenge ourselves. But we want our dogs not to have that kind of challenge,
Yeah.
and that actually harms the dog because you're not challenging the mind or the
Right.
body.
Right.
When
You
did you can buy those dog boots at Zappos?
Great question.
They'll
Zappos
sell
were
now.
good, baby.
Zappos.com.
yeah. But the way you put it on, you're just one boot at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. One boot at a time. Let him get used to it. Once he gets comfortable, you take it off.
Interesting.
yeah.
I never tried that, and I've got 4 dogs.
I know. Most people don't.
Yeah.
Most
I
people
need to
don't.
invest in some boots.
Most people think it's for cold weather because
Yeah.
it was invented for cold weather.
Right.
Smart.
But hot weather people, they need to learn how to put boots on. The
We do a
dog.
lot of
Good
things
to know.
around here for hot weather that I thought was exclusively for cold weather because I grew up in Colorado.
Yeah.
Like parking, underground parking,
Yeah.
I always thought was for the snow, right? And then you come here and it's to get out of the heat. So, we
Right.
do all kinds of things the same
Yeah.
way. Let me ask you this because a lot of times, dogs are recommended for people that have some sort of mental illness,
Disabilities.
yeah, depression, a lot of things like that, and they're supposed to be great help. But your whole thing is really that you need to be the pack leader, and
Yes.
if you are not able to provide that leadership to a dog because of those things, how can a dog still help?
The best leaders are handicapped people.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 2 people that I always use that as an example of great leadership: homeless people and handicapped people.
Really?
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Because they ask the dog to follow them, not to be in front of them. My clients, when they walk a dog in front.
Right.
You see? But if a dog is next to you or behind, and then the dog is following the wheelchair, is following a person with whatever. For handicapped people make dogs normal. Normal people make dogs handicapped.
Ah, wow.
Wow.
You see?
Yeah.
So actually the handicap gives a dog a job. A dog needs a job.
Purpose.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A human without a purpose is a very sad human.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that goes to a dog.
Sure.
So
So
give a dog a job. The dog is going to be super happy. He's not going to see you as a handicapped person. That's what you.
Right.
That's why we love dogs so much, because they love us unconditionally.
Right.
You know, humans will view you completely different. A dog will see your heart, your spirit.
Yeah.
But you need to give him a job.
Sure.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah.
You're in town for the Zappos Good Speaker series.
So excited
Yeah.
with your friend Lisa Vanderpump.
Yes,
Huh?
she's very fun. Talk about fun. She loves
Really?
Pomeranians.
She's a
another.
Pomeranian,
Oh my
Pomeranian
goodness.
human too.
You can see.
Can you just spot a Pomeranian person on the street?
I think I'm getting good at it.
Yeah.
How did you and Lisa become friends?
Well, you know, she's a dog lover, and of course I'm a dog lover, and of course I understand dogs, and so it just worked out. You know, it worked out. We both. She loves to help dogs. Of course, I help humans and dogs. Education for me is the base. And so we decided to work together for a good cause. You know, it's just, to me, it's about saving dogs' life, and exactly it is for her.
Absolutely. So tomorrow you're going to be at the Smith Center. Tell everybody what they can expect. They haven't gotten tickets yet. They still can at thesmithcenter.com. But tell us what people are expecting tomorrow.
Well, you know, a lot of people don't know that it's a fun thing. To me, I make it fun. I make it, it's all about the comedy aspect of things,
Sure.
of what we do, and how we laugh about how we do the wrong thing sometimes. You know, my clients are Harvard graduate, but they can't walk a Chihuahua. You see what I mean? It's like that kind of reality, like that gives you like, wait a minute, he is actually, telling the truth. We can be super smart, quote unquote, but we can't really relate to a dog, even though they're very simple. So the simplicity behind, you know, is definitely. I want to make sure that people know that we shouldn't have problems with dogs. You know, having problems with dog is something that we create. It's something that is unnecessary.
Sure.
You know, so it has nothing to do with you having low income, middle class, or super rich. Because all my clients come from all kind of sizes, right?
Yeah.
So to live a simple life with a dog is actually what's going to allow you to have the most amazing relationship with a dog. So why not choose simplicity instead of complicated lifestyle?
Sure.
Right.
So those are the things that you'll be talking about tonight.
Oh,
at the Smith
more
Center.
than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have like demonstrations. You know, a lot of times, and a lot of people say, Cesar, do you change dogs in the TV show? Do you edit everything you do?
They do.
Well,
they do act so differently.
You.
They act so differently by the end of the show. It's amazing.
But see, dogs react. They're not thinking. You know, what we edit is how much people talk. You know what I mean? They want to tell you the story. Caesar, let me tell you, I tried everything. I watched your show. I read your books. I do the thing, and it doesn't work. You know?
Thing actually does work in my household.
Does it
really?
Yeah, and I learned that from Caesar.
Well, I get complaints all the time. And it's like,
It
Caesar,
works.
I follow everything you say, but they forget about the energy. You know, I always say, no touch, no talk, no eye contact, especially when you come home. What that does, it allows the dog to feel your calmness, because you're not talking, you're not excited, you're not giving eye contact, right? So it allows the dog that as soon as he sees you, he relaxes.
Yeah.
Right? But most people go, hi, baby! Mommy's home!
That's
You
so
want a
Joanna.
cookie? You know what I mean?
Oh, Joanna.
All the cookies, all the cookies.
You know what I mean? So it's like
All
the
the
dog
outfits.
learned that as soon as he hears the car,
No.
he has to get super excited.
Yeah. Right.
And then the owner goes, stop, sit, go to your place. Bad boy.
I mean, this is something
feel
that
so bad.
this is something that people have done from the beginning of time, right? Like we even watched even Fred Flintstone with Dino.
Dino.
So
Dino!
right?
Yeah.
So for a long time, this is how people acted with their dogs.
Absolutely.
Now Joanna, you just worked with Joanna's dog, and tell me how that went. What's the problem? I know that the dog has an issue with its bladder.
It tinkles a lot in the house, but Caesar nailed it. I mean, I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm a very high energy person. He was able to know that right away and know that my energy maybe is affecting the dog in the household, and that the household needs to be a place of peace and calmness for animals in general.
Yeah.
They need to come home because they're not naturally made to be indoors. So I need to maybe provide a little bit more calmness, a little more woosah.
Yeah,
I knew from the beginning she was the problem, by the way.
The more the dog behaves in an excited state, the more he's going to pee. In
Right.
order for a dog to pee, he needs an excitement.
Yeah.
Smells, or just for you to go, hey! and they're just gonna start peeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot to learn tomorrow night.
Come over,
at the
yes.
Smith Center. But also talk to us about your charity and Lisa's charity and what the tickets are going towards.
Well, PAC project is People Action Canines. You know,
Okay.
People to Action Canine Kindness.
Okay.
So we all should be kind to dogs.
Absolutely.
So that's why it's called PAC project.
Okay.
But what it says is People Action Canine Kindness.
Okay.
Yeah. And for Miss Lisa is all about the Julian Festival. She wants to make sure people know that happens.
Right.
You know, and that we have to create an awareness and help
Absolutely.
with education, not with blaming or anything like that. To make sure we influence a different lifestyle with dogs.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So to me, it's about education. You know, we have problems here with our dogs, and there's problems outside America as well. So we want to make sure that we all do it together as a pack. You know, we work together to solve one problem, because most people are dog lovers.
Sure.
Yeah.
How cool. Zappo's, Good for series is going to have you guys tomorrow night do a lot of good for both of your charities and have a lot of fun too.
Well, that's fun is for sure. I mean, she's super funny. I know she's super elegant. You know what I mean? You're going to be surprised with our comedy show we have.
Has Mr. Benson met Harrison and Jiggy yet? Have they all met? Are they friends?
They haven't yet.
Okay. Oh,
So
okay.
it's going to be a meeting tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so they met your dogs first.
Ooh, that's so special.
Your dogs are a warm-up.
Yeah, but Jiggy drinks. Jiggy drinks a Beverly Hills dog. I mean, he drinks vodka.
No, he's spoiled. They're spoiled dogs.
Yeah, he's another level of spoiled.
That's funny. That's very funny.
There is levels and levels. You know what I mean?
Yeah, beat my levels,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
totally. He's a Pomeranian. I mean, they can do that.
No.
All right, Cesar Millan at the Smith Center tonight. Thank you for coming in, and tickets available at thesmithcenter.com.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vegas. Love you.